So we have a potential trade setup here in which we have a market trying to be on the right-hand side of this phasing period, March 2nd, to be a springboard, so to speak, right? We want to see the spring in here and about halfway in the range. But there could be a trade here, for example. So let's see if we see a trade here, okay? This right now, it's at 9:30 call time. Thursday, March 2nd. No. Wednesday, March 2nd, right? Okay. So let's just see if it's some type of retest setup for ourselves. Setting it up, okay? Yeah, I forgot I did the crude oil charts, and I'll do that. I'll do that section of that one. But this is more important with the live trade. Let's see if we get set up. We have spacing, right? Our objective would be this probably 39.75 area initially. To see if we get something of that nature. So let's see if we get something that we can get a few more bars of absorption on the upside here. So you see a strong bar here, and now I want to see the bars go sideways in this range. We're just not going to buy this bar here. We want to see a couple bars of absorption, okay? Let's look to a 5-minute chart, okay? Let's see if we try to get a scalp out of this thing of 8 points or so. How's that sound? So what I'm looking for right now is this line here. See this little spring here? Decrease the volume. This is what we want, so to speak. I was looking for the chart and see this, but this is what I would have bought this close here at the 42, because you'll see the little shortening of downward thrust here. Okay, so let's see what this bar closes what does. We got a couple high end closes. We're going to go hold with the position and then put a stop in about 5 points. Okay, we're above the selling bar. This is the absorption process here. This should have been bought here, but okay. We may get another chance. We may get another chance. But you see why that is, right? This is kind of sloppy here, right? It's kind of sloppy here. It seems kind of slow to me. You're coming from a little bit, but you know what? Let's go ahead. Since our risk reward is very good here, like 44 is our buy here. We'll put like 37.25. It's right there now. It's 45. Right now it's at 34, 44.75. So it's a 45 last. So we'll take 45 as our trade. Okay. I'm just gonna put this in so we have that. So bought, taking a chance of doing that. Right now it's like there now, okay. And then stop. But I just want to take a chance here that they were about halfway back in the range. Coming from this little spring here. Okay. Now I'm not even put the stop on that stop. But unless the market really reacts from here, okay. My thinking is that this could be a shorting of the downward thrust. And that this could lead to absorption to upside. Okay. Or this could be just weakness and the market just breaks back down. I'm not sure. So it's not like a trade that I'd recommend necessarily to say, hey, we're gonna do something spectacular here, but just kind of like almost that a trade that's a little more on the aggressive side. What I'm gonna try to do is try to get trades that I think are like almost a no-brainer trade in my mind, which doesn't mean necessarily that it is, but on my mind, and then see more trades that are more aggressive. But I do see a shorting of downward thrust. I do see the SOT. So I'm going to take this as an official, type of thing during the day, because I'm not labeled it, but it's I would judge like about a 6 as far as the character of the trade wise, 5 or 6. So I'd get trades that are 7 or 8. Does that make sense? I want to see if I don't necessarily. I'm trying to judge these two bars here, and I'm judging the character of the market being somewhat supportive. And I'm kind of judging the markets, kind of mid-range wise, and let's see if we can aggressively do something. Does that make sense? But I'd be looking for about 39.60 area up here as a target. So I would say it's a 6 out of 10. I like to do 8 out of 10s for the room. I mentioned it to Bryant the other day that he says, well, once you mention things, I just mentioned the ones I think, and I'm just going to mention all of them. My thought process. If the market does move away from 202 bars, we're just going to liquidate the market. Doesn't matter what the market does, right? So this is kind of where you don't want to be. See, a little shorter thrust, a little spring in the market in a bar two should go up, right? It's mid range. I don't particularly like this happen over here. That's why it's a little more suspect. I'm banking on this was buying. This was a spring. This was buying. This should be absorption if that's the case. Is it possible you can shake out down here? It's possible. But in a 5-minute chart, you're not going to want to hold on to that, right? Right now, the market's at 39.45.75, 44.75, just about a tick loss per tick. And then some people say, well, we bought it here, the market goes straight up, So I'm just trying to see a situation where now, if we get buying here, then we're going to take it to the shed. Okay? Then we're going to say, hey, you know what? We got to buy, and then we're right, the markets, right? What's a 6 out of 10? I mean, it's a trade that I would personally probably do off the room, probably, because I think that the background's bullish. For a room wise to do that way, because some people may not, fare so well with it. I want to get the best of the best. You know what I mean? So we'll see. If you get 4 points in E-mini, that's $200. Okay, $200 for a $5,000 account is decent money for the day. So we'll see. Okay. So we should market should be in the ready position. Now the problem is that Europe is closing and all that stuff, right? It's 10 o'clock, it's about a half hour or so, 40 minutes, so that could be problematic. But from the standpoint of buying in the background, spring, and then the shorting of thrust right here against the buying bar should lead to 39.60. So our target would be here. Now, it's not the 3-to-1 ratio that you want to get, but we'll update that in case the market does that. But we certainly want to take a chance of this SOT. Correct. All correct, Tuka, correct. So it's not like the ideal one, but I'm just trying to show that sometimes you could be a little bit more aggressive. I'm trying to label from 1 to 10 what I think what it is. And then, and that was the case, right? Like in actuality, this bar right here, this to here right here, would have been like an 8 to me. And I don't know what I was doing, but here, right? It goes up, and then a light volume retest and strong close. This would have been an 8 to me, right? Now looking back at this one, this should have been also the same way. Right? See the markets, these buying tails. A little different between these two and this two bar, right? So let's see if we get 10 points out of it. Uh-oh. You still we have liftoff. Here, we talk about something about buying stuff mid-range, about things of that nature. I like to see the absorption near the high more. And the direction I was pretty clear about. But a 5-minute chart, we have to get excellent entry. If this was an hourly chart, not a problem, right? But a 5-minute chart, we can't give up a lot of the edges. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Now, if you're a 5-minute scalper, you go, I want to get out here and not filtered. You want to get out of 52? Go ahead. 45 to 52? If you're a 5-minute chart and you're new, take the money. And then reevaluate it. Take the money. Okay? And then see if you get some type of spring here. Otherwise, I'll look for a target 39.60. But you can have 2 or 3 trades before you get the target, right? Now, we bought the market at 45. The market's low is 42.50. Okay. 42.50, 42.75. So we took about $100 worth of heat on E-mini. It's pretty good in my opinion. So if you were just starting out, I would recommend taking 52.50, 5,200. If you're not doing a longer term, since the buying came in on the upside, we still should go higher. I'm gonna start. This is gonna be part of the new series as well too. Even though part of this is going to be a situation where it's in the advanced webinars that I did. Okay, advanced webinar did, but I'm also gonna bring this up as well too. So now you want to see the market absorb here. Okay. So again, those who want out at the 52 level, we're here now. It's a 7-point profit, $350 profit in a matter of 20 minutes. So the setups would be, this would have been the proper setup here. This would have been the proper setup here. But it's representative. Now the market got a little bit longer in the tooth. The short thrust for another setup here. So if you take proper resistance, go ahead. If you want to put at the very least here, the market should not get into 30, 39, 44, 25. So you can put your stop in basically at 39, 42.75, and the whole trade would cost you $100. So you could put the stop in right above the buy at 39, 47, 45, 75 to lock in 0.75, 37.50. But at the very least, keep moving your stop up to 39.42.75. That'll be the official stop, 39.42.75. Could you buy this here to stop here? Probably, right? Are you out of one? Are you out of one of 52 even? The market's at 52.75, 52.25. So you're out of the one. It went back up and got you. So the first trade would be a 700 point profit, which is $350. Brian, you need to push it. You need to push it to 60. You know, if it goes to 60, it's a 15-point profit. We'll see. The question is, do we see supply or stopping action? Not really. If we don't close mid-range or higher, we're going to liquidate the position and call it a scalp for a half hour and call it a day. If you can't, remember, you can't play around on a 5-minute chart, right? You can't play around a 5-minute chart. If you're on a 6-minute chart, nothing would be. Okay, let's liquidate this position here. Volume's coming in. Let's get out here. It's a 5-minute chart. Okay. Now let's go that way. I'm not so sure what this is yet, but I do want to make sure that the profit wise, we'll keep this chart going.